Just came back from the gym and I'm right back on today's look. We are going to do a full-on glam look for today. It's a full coverage, so I know it is like I have showed the products individually. For example, you will find videos on me just with CCTM. You will find just with foundation. You will also see me create just with powder. You have seen mixed concealer with CCTM. If you have any queries, let me know. All these are in my YouTube. You will find them individually. So today I just finished my eye look and lip because we are going to concentrate on the face for the face week. So the only thing I have done for the face before is applying the silk pore and wrinkle minimizer. So like I said, if you leave it sit 5 to 10 minutes on your skin, do it as part of your skincare routine. That way it can fill in the pores, it can absorb excess oil, and also it's going to reduce fine lines and wrinkles by relaxing the skin. So I have already done this. If you watch yesterday's video, I have that's in the feed, you will find it as well. So the first step we are going to do is we are going to do the medium powder all over. So it's basically any powder. So if you want to come out of the mesh, you're going to do this, and you can see there are some here and some here. So if you're a dry skin person, you can still do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to press it all over. So if you're a dry skin, you can still do this. You take just whatever is on the top and you are going to press it all around your skin. So use a fluffy brush, but it's not dense. That is your powder brush. What this is going to help, you are not sweeping, you are pressing it. What this is going to do is, it's going to act as absorbing all the oil. If you're like me, oily skin person, at the same time, it's going to fill in any pores, as well as it's going to give that flawless finish. For example, if you're someone, even if you're not an oily skin and still sweat, this is going to help that. So that's our first step. Next one, we are going to use the CCTM. So if we are using it as it is, then you will use more. But here, since we are going to use both the foundation and the powder, I would say more of like half a pump to 3/4, because you don't want more product. You just need a light layer of CCTM. So here again, I'm going to tap it all over. So anytime when you need the coverage to be more, make sure you press it against your skin, because that's what is going to help with the coverage. So here I'm just pressing it all over. So what this does is it's going to give that light coverage, like a flawless base to start with, and it's like it has green pigments built in, so that way it's going to correct any redness, because you want the product to set really well. If you leave it for a few seconds, it will set. Since we are going to go with the foundation on top, here I'm just making sure it's blended really well. CCTM is like light coverage for people who want like a sheer coverage, and at the same time corrects any unevenness. And you can see I have used medium deep, and even you can call it a day with this. But since we are going to go with like more coverage, I'm going to do the other one. How many times I have told, like I will always drop something, and I need to watch out so that cloudy doesn't grab it. So here I'm going to use Pecan on top. So like how we used 3/4, here we are going to go even lighter, because this is even more thick, and it's going, you don't want it to feel too cakey. So go light. You can always add if you need. So here I'm just adding like a light amount. I have showed always even mixing them both as well. So here I'm using another brush, and again I'm pressing it. So this is for a very special day where you need your coverage to be really nice, and also at the same time to stay well. That's the reason you are pressing it really nice on your skin. Make sure you cover all over, and what the powder underneath is going to do is all day long it's going to what is it, like absorb that excess oil and also any sweat. If you don't know, our powders are so light, so it's like literally one molecule away from being a powder, so being a liquid. So that's how fine milled it is. So here you can see both of them will start to adapt the skin tone, and none of Senegen's products will look cakey at all. Always make sure you bring it all the way down to your neck as well, because you don't want your neck and your face to be in two different colors. So that's one important step you need to do. I know many people will stop here, but today we are going to also contour, because now you have taken down all the natural shadows that's present in your skin. So in that case, adding the contour and blush is going to bring back some color, and that's like a very quick, easy step. You need a brush that is angled but little dense for your contouring. Here I am using the deep CCTM. We do carry the full size as well. Once you buy, you will have it for so long, because it's something that blends so well, and it's going to bring back that sun-kissed look. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread the product all over the brush, because that's when you're going to have what is it, like very nicely spread. At the same time, if you do it on here, sometimes it may look blotchy. So the key here is you're going to find your where your jawline drops. Do you see? And you're going to do on top of that. So always start here near the temple, because you want the more product to be here, and you're not going to go past your eyelid. So if you are new to contouring, don't be afraid to start with it, because I know it can be scary. So if you see, I am just gently tapping it and taking it all the way back. It may look like little scary to start with, but once you start doing, it's something you cannot live with. So you can see I am taking it all the way in, and the key here is always go back with your CCTM brush. You don't have to have a product, but you're just going to blend the corners. So here you can see the lifted look without having the contour. So it still looks good, but the thing is you have taken out all the natural shadows. So having it back will going to add more dimension. So let me do it on the other side as well. So you are going to find where your cheekbone is dropping, and that's where you want to start, and start here rather than here. You want more product to be at the end. You don't want it to be on the bottom. So just gently press it against your skin. So the way you do, it's going to blend beautifully with your skin. This is a step I know many people are scared of, because they're like, oh, I don't want it to be too harsh, or I don't know to blend. If you're a beginner, you can do even underneath your CCTM or blush. Same way, you're just going to do a little bit here, just wherever you feel the sun will hit you. So we are going to do it here. This way your face doesn't feel flat. So the other place you're going to do is you're going to start behind your ear and bring it all the way. So do you see? This is going to create that shadow you want. It feels like it's like a perfectly chiseled jawline, and it blends out beautifully. So that way, if you have a double chin, or you, like I said, it's all bringing back different shadows. Like instead of doing on your jawline, make sure to do underneath. That way it's like illusion that you are creating. I don't know my nose. It's how the naturally God has given. If you want, you can just follow it and just press it here. But do it very gently at the end. I don't usually do it. This is another step if you want to. So now to concealing. So the key to concealing here is we are going to use two different ones. If I'm using all over the face, then I match my exact shade of medium deep. But if we are going to do it underneath our eyes, the key here is going to be using it a tiny drop. I know, like, when it comes to concealer, people think they need more, but to be frank, our concealers are so thick. You just need a tiny amount all over. So here I'm using medium. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of white and mix it. I'm just pressing it so tiny so that I don't waste the product. These are like really concentrated ones. I know people like try to use more, but that's when you, so don't add too much. If you want, you can always go back and add. So here I'm going to use a tiny drop of white here. And the other thing you need to learn is to, do you see I have used more? So I will go back and take a little bit out because you don't need this much with Senegen's products. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit. Okay, let it sit. So with concealing, the key here is always make sure it sits for at least a minute, because then the consistency becomes little thicker for you to go back and blend. And when you are blending, you want a fluffy brush like this, and don't go hold it like a pencil. Instead, you want to hold it here. That way you can be very light and gentle around the area. At the same time, it's not taking away the product. So here you can see the difference between medium versus medium deep. I have always said I like mine to be little darker, particularly if you're even not contouring or doing highlighting, all those kind of stuff. Keeping it closer to your skin tone or closer, keep having it little darker helps, because you don't want to look too pale. That's when you will feel like, oh my god, I don't look like myself at all. But with Senegen's products, they are going to adapt to your skin. So have if you don't know to color match, ask me, I will help you. So here you can see I'm just going to mix them both and blend it. So like I said, when it going to conceal, have a very light handed, and also all the, because it's going to give that lifted look. You can see the difference, and don't bring all the way. You are just going to press it against your skin here. So that way you can see it gives that highlighting effect. At the same time, it's matte, and here you can always helps to correct if you have come a little bit farther in your eyeshadow as well. You can always use this technique, so it gives that lifted effect as well. So when it comes to makeup, the technique and finding the right product and right shade makes a huge difference. Instead of sometimes if you have a wrong shade, then that is where you are going to not feel comfortable, because it's not showing what you need. CCTM brush and just blend, because you don't need any extra product, but this is going to help blend them all seamlessly. Do you see the difference? This is more of, like I said, a full coverage look, but I just wanted to show all the techniques so you can pick whatever works for you and whatever is your preference, because not everybody's preference will be same. At the same time, not everybody has to have the same kind of same kind of makeup looks. So here we are going to use the Belladonna blush. So you can finish with your contouring as well, but having a rosy cheeks can also make a huge difference. Here we are going to use Belladonna. Oh my god, this has to be in the permanent line because such the difference between a contour brush and blush brushes. Both of them are angled, but if you see, a contour brush is more on the thicker side, whereas a blush brush is more like a powder brush. It's more fluffier. So here again the same concept. You are going to make sure you spread the product really well on your brush, and you can again, so the way you are going to do is, here it's your highlighting line, here is your contour line, so here you are going to do around here. So here you can either start on the temple. Here you can go a little bit past, you don't have to stop here, you can go a little bit further, but here I'm just blending it on top of the contour. So this is such a pretty shade. Like, I mean, even if you are not a pink person, this can still work for you because it's not like a rosy pink. It's more on that like a, how do you call it, like more on a darker side, I would say. You can see the difference between here to this because when I cover the blush, you can see it. The other ones are more pinky, like the pink berry or toasted rose, all those kind of stuff. But here it's more on like a deeper pink, I would say. So that way it's really suits the skin tone. And if you have extra, always you can do a little bit on your nose. I know people do all the way here. I am not that kind of person. Always your friend is your CCTM brush. So we are almost at the last step. So again we are going back with our powders, and now you are going to same way press it all around. This is going to blend all of them together and give that perfect matte finish. So if you love like a glowing finish, you can add pearlizer as a highlight. You can do the new you can always do bronze dust. You can do the glowify. And other important tip with glowify is you can use it in two ways. For example, it's going to be hydrating. So if you don't want the shine, and you just want hydration, don't shake it, the bottle. Do you see all the shine and glitters settles down? So this is just like a coconut water hydration. So you can spritz it on top or below without having that glow and just have the hydration as well. Particularly if you are a dry skin person and if you feel like your makeup is cakey, first of all exfoliate, then use Nanga oil, climate control, your daytime moisturizer, and like glowify. Because using products like the hydration mask and all will put back the moisture. Now that all of a sudden the weather is getting crazy and it's going to be too cold, sometimes your skin may react or skin may look different. So make sure to put more hydration underneath before your makeup. So when you are spritzing, don't keep too close. Make sure you keep at least little bit your hand away and then spritz it all over. That's going to help just with the hydration and not make you like a glowy. Because if you are like glowy, then obviously you can shake it and then spritz it, because then it's going to mix all over and you will get that glow. Or you can always add or pearlizer and add that glow as well. I hope this video helps you to learn at least one technique. Like I said, I did like a full look because I wanted you to see how each of them complement for an overall look, because usually I do like CCTM separate, I do blush separate, I do powder separate, but this is one look that has all. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask me, whether it's about color matching or whether you want to know about how the powder works, or how to choose the right shade for concealer, or how to use a technique. I always try to do one-on-one with my clients, because I have been there, and I had no clue on how to use makeup, or what brushes to use, or what technique makes it look flawless. But if I can help even one person to learn to do their makeup, the whole look, whatever I did today, if I'm not talking, it should have been less than 10 minutes, including eye and lip, because I can do parallelly. For example, I will do my eyebrows by the time I do my one lip. I will do my eyes, I do my second layer, and same way, like by the time I do mascara, I finish my gloss. Like, it's like I can do parallelly, and that's going to help you do faster. Like, once you have the right products and right tools and right techniques, it's like it becomes so easy for you. Practice. Even if you're home, just do one thing and practice, because with practice you will be a pro soon. And after all, it's makeup. Even if you mess up, even today I will mess up. Like, I mean, if my eyebrow is a little bit far, or if I have come a little bit down on my lip sense, it's nothing wrong. You can always go back and correct it. I will always believe this. Like, I mean, mistakes, unless you do mistakes, you can never learn something, because mistakes stays in your mind than the days you did right. So don't forget, don't be afraid to make mistakes, because I think that's what helps all of us to grow. Like, you should be ready to make mistakes if you want to learn something, and that's the part of any life journey, whether it's makeup, whether it's a new thing you are learning in life. That's what is going to help. So make sure to try this look and give me your feedback.